You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
And we are kicking off your 11 minutes of nonstop news with a check for your weather.
Chesley, yesterday about 3 p.m., that downpour came strong in West Midtown.
Yeah, some spots got it harder than others, especially our counties over toward the west. Frequent lightning strikes associated with a few of those. We'll see another round of that later on this afternoon. Where right now, it's mainly up here to the far north is what we're experiencing, or at least where we're experiencing a few of those thunderstorms, some of those moving into Tennessee as we speak. And then more back off to the west will roll right on into our northernmost counties for this morning. I think it'll be down toward the metro area later on this afternoon after about 1 o'clock. What we can see in a few of those embedded thunderstorms is heavy downpours, strong winds, strong to damaging winds certainly possible, frequent lightning strikes, cloud to ground lightning. We are under a level 1 threat or a marginal risk for severe weather for today, and that's going to continue for tomorrow as well. Back to you guys.
All right, we are turning now to breaking news. The man accused of killing Atlanta rapper Trouble is in custody this morning.
Trouble, the rapper, was shot to death in Conyers on Sunday. Ariana Manise is in Rockdale County with the latest. Ariana, investigators were able to work pretty fast here. The suspect's family actually helped them.
That's right, Cheryl. The search for Jamichael Jones ended overnight when he turned himself over to Rockdale County authorities for the murder of Atlanta rapper Trouble. Now, take a look at your screen. This is video of the moments after he surrendered to authorities. Now, he turned himself in at a hospital in Clayton County, a location authorities say they agreed upon with Jones. The sheriff, they tell us his mother was actually a major resource in helping investigators speak directly to Jones and convincing him to surrender. Now, Jones, he's facing charges of home invasion, felony murder, battery, and aggravated assault for the murder of Trouble, whose real name is Morel Samonte Orr. Now, we know that this investigation is still ongoing. It's still in the very early stages. That's why the sheriff tells us that more charges could be coming down, but they'll make that decision at the conclusion of the entire investigation. Back to you.
Ariana, thank you. Trouble was really deep into the community, and a lot of people are sharing their stories about him as they remember his life. We're doing the same here at 11 Alive. He stopped by our studio more than 3 years ago.
I remember this day so well. He even stepped into Chesley's Storm Tracker set. He did a little quick weather forecast. Take a look.
Hey, you tuned in with your weatherman Scoop. Right now, I'm going to take you out throughout the rest of your week so you can be prepared. Don't get scared. Hello. Today is Tuesday. As you can see, we got this little sun out. It's hot as a tamale out here. Yeah, we got your little 8 or 9. The sunshine. It's going down.
Hot as a tamale out here with that thick ATL accent. So this video has been making the rounds again on social media. Our reporter, Naima Abdullahi, who is so ingrained in the hip hop community, she says this is giving people a reason to smile through the grief.
It is 6:50 now. Some Republicans are calling to get rid of Georgia's open primary system after Democratic voters crossed over to vote in top GOP races. 37,000 voters who cast a Democratic ballot 2 years ago voted in the May 24th Republican primary, according to new numbers from the Associated Press. Republican State House member David Clark has a problem with that. He says he'll introduce a bill in the next legislative session to stop crossover voting. 14 states allow these open primaries. On Monday, though, House Speaker David Ralston says there's no need to change our primary system. We're officially now just 3 weeks away from the primary runoff elections in Georgia. They'll take place June 21st. So that's coming up quickly.
All right, so while most students are out of school for summer break, educators are looking at some ways to secure the schools. A Cobb County business makes bulletproof bookshelves, and right now they're seeing a spike in sales. They can be used as real shelves, but on the back, on the sides, there is a layer of Kevlar. The creator said they wanted to make something to keep teachers and students safe without a constant reminder of the potential dangers schools now face. Every dollar counts now more than ever. This morning, we have a warning about a new scam to protect your money. The FBI says credit card schemes targeting businesses in 8 states, including Georgia. People are using those stolen credit card numbers to buy things over the phone. So far, scammers are targeting businesses like tire companies, furniture, appliance stores, and lumber companies. It is an exclusive club you don't want to join. Within the last 24 hours, more states were added to the $5 club, which means on average they're paying more than $5 for a gallon of gas. We are safe here in Georgia for now. Today's average sitting at $4.33. Georgia health officials have confirmed the first case of monkeypox in our state. One of more than 30 now spread all across the country. Molly Oak live for us this morning outside the CDC. Molly, experts are asking people not to freak out about this one. Everybody just calm down.
Right. This is still Georgia's only known case, and the state now joins 12 other states with the very rare disease. Now, remember, this is the case we first told you about last week. That Atlanta area man is and was isolating at home while officials conduct contact tracing. Now, while the World Health Organization reports cases are rising with more than 1,000 worldwide, the executive director of the COVID Task Force for Piedmont Healthcare System did say it's important to remember that this is not as contagious as other diseases. Now, she also mentioned while there is a vaccine and there's plenty of it to go around, it will likely only go to healthcare officials and not necessarily the general public. Back to you all.
All right, Molly, thanks a lot. It is 6:55.
Here is a look at some of the headlines to get you on the door and out the way today. Lawmakers in our nation's capital could be moving one step closer toward gun reform. The Democratic caucus and the Republican conference are meeting separately later today in hopes of coming together to agree on a bill. Some Democratic lawmakers support raising the minimum age to buy a semi-automatic weapon to 21, but many Republicans resist that idea.
The National Gun Violence Memorial is back in Washington, D.C. through this Saturday. It honors the lives lost to gun violence in 2020. More than 45,000 flowers represent the victims. Former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords, who survived being shot in the head, will speak at the site.
Voters in 7 states make their choices today in primary elections that will set fall matchups for governor and House and state Senate races. Primaries will be held in California, Iowa, Mississippi, Montana, New Jersey, New Mexico, and South Dakota.
The FDA is on the verge of deciding whether to sign off on a 4th COVID-19 vaccine in the U.S. An FDA advisory committee is set to consider emergency use for the Novavax vaccine today. That's as new data finds the vaccine is about 90% effective in preventing severe disease from COVID for about 2 months. Chesley?
All right, thanks a lot, Cheryl. By noon today, if you got plans, you're looking at a mix of sun and clouds. Should be safe to eat your lunch outside, but keep an eye on the sky because a little after noon, right around 1, 2 o'clock, we'll start to see some of those showers beginning to develop. A few of those thunderstorms could be on the strong to severe side as we head into the afternoon. We've got temperatures right around 87 degrees by 3, going up to 88 for a high. By 6 o'clock tonight, we'll drop back down to 87 degrees. Again, with that mix of sun and clouds, there'll be a few showers around. Hopefully the baseball game tonight, the Braves, will be safe to play and no rain delays.
All right, looks like we are off to a smooth start. We had a few hiccups, but now we're ready to go, right?
We usually do, but we get through them.
All right, and we got through the show, and we're glad that you made it through with us as well.
And I am crossing my fingers for some free water today, Chesley. We'll see if it happens.
Your lawn will
Water
thank
that
you.
garden.
Yeah, today's show is coming up next. Have a great day, everybody.